what did you learn from the agency that allowed you to build? Because you switched at a certain point here, you switched from the service business to the product business, because you went from product business, not really knowing exactly what you're doing, to the service business, and you learned a bunch of skills. And then quite rapidly, you switched back to the product business using all those skills and context that you've built up. So what's the story there? Like, what happened? What did you learn? And how did you leverage the service business?
So first of all, saying I didn't know exactly what I was doing is a big understatement.
Yeah.
I had absolutely no idea of what I was doing. And to answer the question in a very straightforward way, what did I bring from the agency in the first business? The answer is everything. The first business, I think the value of the first business, to be honest, was more on the internal psychology side, which, I know some entrepreneurs are very skeptical about this, but there's still a belief element to success, like believing that it's actually possible to make money on the internet and just believing in your own abilities, because at this point, when this first business succeeded, I basically concluded that I was God. I mean, that was basically my conclusion. It was roughly incorrect, I would say.
Yeah.
But if you think you're God, actually some good things can happen, some bad things can happen too. But that was the internal psychology side. Now the agency business, what did I get from it? Basically all the other stuff. And I can't emphasize enough how much I got from it. So I'll tell you everything I got from it. The first and obvious thing is the copywriting skill set. And that's the main part, was I developed the ability to write a page on the internet or anywhere else for that matter that would sell a product 24/7 without needing my presence. And that is one of the most valuable skill sets an individual can learn right now, I think, in my just personal opinion. Now, there's some other things that go a lot deeper and are actually a lot more specific. For example, again, this client who gave me 5% of his sales at the time, he was actually selling supplements. And I saw this guy who, frankly, I thought wasn't as good as I was, but I saw him go from his previous business, which was an affiliate business, and he just started selling supplements. And this dude just from nowhere went from 0 to making 6 figures a month.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And also, I was writing all the copy for him.
Yeah.
And the copy is the main part of business. And all what he was doing was just taking my copy and then running it to the affiliate, sending it to the affiliates. The affiliates tested it and made a bunch of money, and then he just sent a bunch of traffic. And that's all he was doing. I was like, well, where's the part where he does anything that's useful?
Yeah.
And that part didn't exist. So then I was like, well, I'm just going to do it for myself. And then in terms of funnel building, well, for that other client who had this webinar funnel, I learned about using ClickFunnels. I didn't know how to use ClickFunnels with that client. I became very knowledgeable in the use of ClickFunnels. I became knowledgeable in funnels. Also, he was running Facebook ads for the funnels, so I had access to that. I could see how it worked. I became more familiar with media buying. Also, while I was running the agency, one of the things I was doing was I was playing around with AdWords. So I had some little funnels, my own funnels that I was just playing around with that never actually made any profit, but I was playing around with media buying a little bit, And through all of that, you can see all the process that builds up to the point where I launched this business and it becomes a very big success, a huge success. So what did I learn? I learned the copywriting. I discovered the length, the size of the opportunity, I guess, that was in front of me. And I discovered about funnels. I discovered about media buying. And honestly, the other thing was I just discovered that you could make a lot of money doing this stuff. Because as much as I was making good money, the people I was working with were making a lot more. And again, this whole competitive thing started kicking in again. And I was like, well, I just want to beat everyone. That's the other thing was at this point I was like, okay, well, I set this goal that I was going to quit high school and make 6 figures. And now I did quit high school and I do make 6 figures. Well, if I can do that and I'm still only 19, 18, 19, whatever, well, what can I do now? And I was like, well, just destroy everyone else,
Yeah.
So
At this point, you figured out that you can leverage all your contacts and your skills from the agency, and you can build a product business. And basically, the rest is history. Then your business went to 400K and so on and so forth per month. So and then it went. At a certain point, it was doing, I think it was $1 million per month.
It did do $1 million in a month.
Yeah.
At the end of 2017. Yes.
Yeah. So okay, that's good. So that's kind of a model that some people have followed as well, apart from Emmanuel. So they go from nothing or freelancing to building an agency and building out a network of clients they get results with, to building out skills, to learning business models from the inside, so that they can replicate business models that are explosive. Because a service business it's not explosive, because you need employees, you need freelancers. There's a lot of moving parts, but it's a very good learning platform to learn business. And once you have that, then you can learn from all your clients, from your best clients. So you're basically an investor. You're going around as an investor.
Correct.
And you're investor. So you go around and you learn from all these successful business owners, and they show you the insides of their business, and you can learn how to run a business like them, because for them it's obvious. They've been doing it for 10, 20 years.
Correct.
It's obvious for them how to do this. And they've learned before the 10, 20 years, they learned from like 3, 4 other people as well. So you're leveraging, and I don't even know how many years of experience just by not studying in school, but by learning directly from business owners. It's like having internships, jobs for decades, basically. That's how much you can learn by running an agency.